We're opposed to the ranges being anywhere in that area.
With that statement, Leevin Camacho of the group We Are Guahan sums up their stance on the latest version of the programmatic agreement. While the revised document states Pagat Village and Pagat Cave will not be included in the footprint of a planned marine firing range, Camacho seems to believe the Department of Defense is missing the point.
Well, first, there's no definition of what Pagat Village means. And I know they say at some point later down the road they're going to try to figure that out. But as of right now, the programmatic agreement does not say with any certainty what exactly they mean by Pagat Village.
For Guam Preservation Trust Chief Program Officer Joe Canada, instead of resolving issues they have with the PA, the new version raises a question which is part of the basis of a lawsuit they filed against the DoD.
Just by scanning through the PA, a lot of questions just pop up in my head. And you know, one of the questions really is, why do they still consider Pagat? Why couldn't they have other alternatives?
But instead of identifying alternatives, the draft agreement grants unimpeded access to historical sites at Pagat.
My question is, you know, why are they doing that? We have 24/7 access at this point.
And Canada and Camacho aren't the only ones not entirely satisfied with the latest draft. While Linda Uggan from the Department of Parks and Recs reviews the document with the Office of the Governor, the verdict from the leadership at the Senate is already out.
There's really nothing much, nothing really different other than the fact that to say that there's going to be unimpeded access to the village and to the cave.
And the mention of this unimpeded access has Speaker Judy Wonpat asking even more questions.
When they're talking about a finite area of where the village is, where the cave is at, then does that mean that the village and the cave would be like an island, so to speak, that then surrounded by a firing range?
The new draft also mentions an increase in funding for a cultural museum and repository, but Wonpat is not convinced.
I don't take that very seriously because it doesn't mean anything. Those are just empty promises.
While the Speaker is critical of the new draft, Governor Eddie Calvo seems to have a different take on it when he was asked about it this afternoon.
There's been a lot of progress.
Calvo says he spoke with Undersecretary Robert Work about the agreement just today.
We had some discussions this morning, some areas we need to move on in regards to the programmatic agreement, and we're proceeding at a pace that I feel comfortable with.
But for Canada, he is not comfortable enough with the new version to drop the lawsuit, scheduled to go to court in September.
Whether the government of Guam signs this PA or not, the lawsuit will still hold through, and we are still going forward with this lawsuit.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Lanny Walker.